Yo, welcome back to GameSide Chat, where we come to you to talk about all things in the nerdy world of movies and video games. I'm your host, Austin Huff. Along with me today, I have a cast of the new crew of GameSide Chat that wasn't here last week. Chris Hermosillo.
What's
Welcome,
up, man?
Chris.
How's it going?
Doing good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to
Good.
be here.
Hey, good. We missed you last week, you know. We didn't get to we kind of cheap shot you a little bit with your Loki
Yep,
opinion.
yep. I saw that.
Do you have anything to say to yourself? Do you defend at all?
Uh, yes. I have one thing to say about Loki. I
Yeah.
still hate it. Could have been
So,
better.
yeah,
Simple as that. Yep.
could have been. Wow. I mean, like, it's not like it set up like a whole like new phase of Marvel or anything, you know?
Nope. Set up absolutely nothing in my
Nothing.
eyes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You get nothing. You don't get any
Absolutely
points.
nothing.
Welcome to the show today, man. Today we're gonna be talking about Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. It's they came out in November last year, so it's been about like 8 months, we'll say. My math's off.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on
Give or
that.
take.
Yeah, give or take, it's maybe sorta. So that's gonna be topic of the show today. We've changed it up a little bit, but let's roll with it. So leave in the comments down below and tell us which one's your favorite console so far. We're gonna kind of be talking about like the pros and cons, who's winning for so far in the console war, because it's always a race. So yeah, but let's start off. Chris, how you doing, man? What you playing lately?
I'm good. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley, believe it or
Stardew
not.
Valley.
Yeah, not the game you would think I'd be playing, but yeah, it's the game I've been playing.
Dude, I mean, the whole time I've known you for like 10 years, you've always said your dream is to live in Wyoming. And I
Yep.
mean, a farming game, it sounds like your dream, man.
Besides the farming, absolutely. Yeah, just living in a farmhouse, but without the animals, perfect lifestyle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just with your crops, what do you grow on? Strawberries?
Strawberries, yeah, a lot of strawberries, a lot of blueberries, grapes, and just, killing it.
That's just great, bro.
Stupid, dude.
That game's really cool, man. It goes through like the seasons and everything, and like you
Yeah,
have to really stay engaged. But there's more than just farming. You're just telling me a
yeah.
little bit more about it. Tell me what you've been doing in that game.
Yes, I've been in the mines, just trying to get to the bottom, which I can say
Mining.
that I did within, like, I would say 2 hours. I got all the way 120 floors down,
Heck yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah,
unlocked a whole bunch of goodies.
that's
It's
awesome.
been it's been pretty sick.
You get like all these
So
farm animals or like which
so this is the thing. I spent so much time in the mines. I didn't really do my crops and stuff. So I have money, but I don't have the money to buy like the cattle and everything. So it's like I have like a chest filled with like diamonds and gold from the mines,
yeah,
but then like
you
I
got
have
all
no
the
cattle. I don't really have seeds.
you got all
It's
this
just
money but no
all
one to spend
mining,
it on, you know?
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like right now it's winter for
Mm,
the season, and I don't have a greenhouse, so I have no crops. I have no food.
wow. Why
So we'll see how long I live.
why don't you cry in your pile of diamonds?
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell my diamonds for food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Bro,
What have you been playing lately?
bro, hold on, I'm gonna get into something like one thing you didn't say. We've been playing Back for Blood, the beta,
Yeah. We have done that. Yeah,
and I love it.
it's
I
cool.
think it's really cool. It's
Yeah,
from
it's
Left 4 Dead, you know? It's a zombie game, you get in with four people and go on some crazy adventure of endless hordes of zombies, it feels like.
yeah, it reminds me of like Call of Duty Zombies, except instead of just being in like one little tiny area, constantly taking on hordes, you're basically moving horde to horde. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
basically like going down a city block for about 2 miles, and that's kind of the game, which
Yeah.
is enjoyable. It was fun. I think they could do some tweaks, but other than that, it's a good game.
A,
I'd recommend it.
a lot of it is just like the stats of the cards, you want to like you
Yeah,
if you want to get those regen cards, you want to get like there's a card that if you get a melee kill, you get like 2 hit points back, and like I think that's a big key to it. But it's cool. It makes more of a strategy going into it and planning stuff like that.
yeah,
It's cool, man. Along with those, I've been busting out Skyward Sword, dude. Like I love that game. It's a
Okay.
Zelda game, and it's so fun. I don't know if you care about spoilers about it, but
I
like,
do because I'll play it eventually, and I love
oh,
Zelda, so
I
I want
highly
to know.
I highly suggest it. You gotta see it. It's cool.
I'm
And
working on. I want to get a Switch just so I can buy Zelda.
bro,
Pretty much.
we will hunt someone down for the Switch. We will find it. And then lastly, on Game Pass, it came out this past week is Hades. So I've been playing some Hades, and
Yes,
that game's sick, bro.
it's dope, right?
Oh yeah, Michael's been
Yeah, I've
playing
seen
it.
lots
Everybody's
of
been playing it.
gameplay.
Yeah,
I've seen gameplay. I'll probably have it by the end of the week, to be honest with you, and then I'll
it's
be grinding that out until I
bro.
beat it.
So one thing going into it, it's the same level. You're gonna find the same the enemies and stuff like that, but you gain new new, they call it boons, like power every time. So you
Yeah.
could do that, or you gotta see it, man. It's fun. For something to be so repetitive, it's so engaging, and I love it.
Well, I know like it's repetitive on the same floor, same look, but if I'm not mistaken, you get new weapons, new powers, and then you get new bosses
Yep.
constantly, right? And they
Yeah.
get harder and harder as you go. So
Oh yeah.
it it keeps you engaged even though it's the same. It's kind of like a Destiny in a way. You do the raids on Destiny,
Mm.
and it's the same area all the time. It's just the boss is usually just a little bit harder.
Don't even get me started on Destiny. Oh
So
gosh.
you
And
you don't want to get back into
I'm gonna
Destiny,
use the
man?
same joke I did last time we did this like a while back ago when we did this podcast. Andrew and Bryce are just like middle of nowhere right now, just like Destiny.
Pretty
Calling
much, yeah.
upon me. No, there's a lore for that game. But yeah, man, it's fun. So today we're asking the age-old question, Chris. To
Okay,
Xbox or to PlayStation? And
okay,
it's you and me, bro. We're on this train
yeah.
together. It's a hype train. Next gen consoles, hop aboard. Choo choo.
I
So,
I never hopped aboard. Choo choo. I have neither, but I have played the Xbox
hmm
a couple times.
okay.
And I enjoyed it. So
Yeah. You just went
yeah.
over to one of your friends and just tested out the Series X a little bit.
No, my stepdad brought it over. We played a little FIFA, little
Oh,
FIFA action game going on, you
heck
know,
yeah.
and it runs really well. To be honest with you, it's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. No, that's the thing with next gen consoles. They just learn from the previous mistakes of the predecessor before it and what to fix. That's was the
Yep.
PS5's main goal was that it got too hot. The PS4 got too hot. So I looked at a breakdown of the PS5, and most of that thing is just the heat sink. So like that's just them devoting mainly to fixing the heat issues.
Yeah. Well, I
But
know from the PS4, it's like, man, that thing it breathes like a basic like an old man who's about to die. It's just
you're like, come
just
on, please,
constantly.
couple more
I'm just
years.
like I'm just like, please don't go on me right now because I don't have the PS5 yet.
Yes.
Just take a breather, just calm down, stop. It's basically like the PlayStation 4 is pretty much it's like you're running a marathon and like you're almost done and then all of a sudden you have a massive asthma attack. You're like, wait, I don't have asthma. What's going on here? You're just dying.
You
And
gotta
then
hate.
randomly your FPS and all that will just fix itself. And then it's like it stops breathing heavy and it's fine. You're just like, well, what was
You
that about?
you found your inhaler halfway through.
Yeah, you're just
You took
like,
it.
boom, okay, I got that shot in me. I'm good to go now. It's terrible. Gives you a mild heart attack every time you hear it breathe.
Oh man, that's get this. Okay, so I was talking to someone at work. He uh he doesn't have a PS5, so he was at GameStop and some guy came in there to try to sell PS5, and you know how GameStop is. You give them a brand new game, they'll say $5. So this
Yeah.
guy brings a PS5 and wants 700 for it. The GameStop guy is like, "I'll give you 300." Like, no. Like, I'm not doing that. I just like, why would you go to GameStop to try to sell that? That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's shocked he didn't put it on eBay and charge like 1,000 for it.
He
Because he would
could.
have got it.
That's
Someone
the
would have
sad
bought it.
part. You would, yeah, you'd sell it.
It's like do you remember a couple years back Twinkies went out of business and
hmm
people were selling Twinkie boxes for like
Dude,
$5 grand. Do you remember that?
yes, that's when they were
It
getting
was
ready for the
nuts. People
apocalypse.
people buy and spend money on the dumbest things sometimes, but then like when they really need something, it's like, oh, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like
No,
they're all of a sudden they're cheap, but they'll spend $5 grand on Twinkies.
bro, don't question a Twinkie. It's a way of life. You know it.
Listen, I got one of the last boxes, but it was because at the time my parent worked at a bank inside of a grocery store and
Yeah,
had one of the grocery store people save him one for me because I freaking love Twinkies, you know?
that's
But
awesome.
I wasn't one of those people who's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna spend $1 grand on a Twinkie, you know? It's
Hmm.
just not happening. But
Oh man, no, it's not worth it. That kind of stuff is
no,
too
absolutely
crazy.
not. Even
So
a PlayStation for 1,000, I think is what it retails for like 500, right? 499. It's like
450, something like that.
why would you spend an extra 500? And like
So
I get like you can't get them; they're hard to get right now. But it also doesn't make any sense when you think about it.
no,
Like just wait, have some patience.
it's hard, man. Scalpers are ruining the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So let's look at some of the pros and cons of each console today, and we're kind of going to debate them. So you said earlier you don't have an Xbox or a PlayStation. So I'm gonna kind of like we're gonna talk about this. We got some knowledge in both of these fields.
Gosh, you're gonna
And
sell me on which one to get then?
I'm gonna sell you. I'm a salesman. I'm knocking
Okay,
on your door. I'm like, hey man, buy one of these consoles right now. Give me $500, and you can have one of these, but you can only take one of them though.
okay.
Okay?
I mean,
So
you know this better than anybody. We've talked about it a couple times now. I mean, half the reason I don't have one yet
yeah.
is off the fact that every other week you guys were changing your mind on which one to get. So I just held off and I stuck out the PlayStation 4, you know?
That's actually a big point of what I want to talk about for one of these reasons of which console's better
Okay.
is I will tell any console user that I think you should get the console that your friends have because what's the point of like gaming if you can't, interact with your friends, I got on PlayStation almost every night with, all my friends. We'd play whatever. It's
Yeah.
especially during like times like these, you can't see your friends. It's a way to, talk to them, stuff like that. Just game.
Yep.
So I always that's always how I've been. Back when I had an Xbox 360, that's all my friends had, and I moved to a PlayStation because that's what everyone moved over to. So I kind of
Yeah.
get carried over by that. I love that.
I was the same way. I had Xbox and then everyone got PlayStation. I switched to PlayStation.
Yeah. So I mean, we can both. So we've both turned to the dark side, you know.
Pretty
So
much, yeah. But
yeah,
you know, dark side's always better. So
interesting you say that.
it works out. Yeah. Well, a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
teaser for next week episode, everybody. You
Oh,
know, yeah, ranking the Star Wars movies.
dude. Okay, so I'm gonna make a bracket, and then of every
Okay,
Star
yeah,
Wars movie, I think I want to just do like a show as like a whole. So maybe I'll like Clone Wars as a whole of a bracket, and like
okay,
same for Mando, and we'll do a bracket, March Madness,
yeah.
boom, we got this.
March Madness, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, we already know what's gonna win, but yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What was it? Uh, Last Jedi is gonna win, obviously.
Absolutely not. Wow, that terrible, terrible movie is not gonna. No, absolutely not.
No. All right, back on topic. So,
Yeah, but let's back on topic.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right, what's better, man? PlayStation or Xbox?
yeah. So let's talk about the hardware first of all. So, going into it, once they first sold the consoles, PlayStation 5 had two options. They had the standard edition with the disc, and then they had the discless version, which is the digital version. Digital was 400, standards 500. So, get a little
I
bit of a
thought
sacrifice there.
I thought the digital was 200.
No. Yeah, it looks like it's
The
400.
one with the disc I thought
Yeah.
was 400, and then the non-disc was 200.
No, more than that, bro. Yeah.
No? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. They want their money.
Okay.
And I believe Xbox Series X had a version for no disc for $100 cheaper also.
Okay.
But yeah, they were $500 for the Series X also. So about the same price. PlayStation had another option to choose from though, to kind of make it more appealing for someone that's like, I don't need discs. Personally, I like always having discs, but it doesn't look like this hurts either one of them. But so backwards capability, it looks like both of the Xbox and PlayStation were able to do backwards capability, which is something that everyone's always wanted. I remember back PS4 era, like we didn't get all the games we wanted, and but did we really want to play them? I don't know, because you want to play new games. But
Yeah.
I get the argument for it. But it looks like everything came over, and it was more just like, is it going to be enhanced or is it not going to be? So they had that, and then let's see. So the Xbox, here's where they kind of take the lead a little bit. On their storage, they have a terabyte of storage on the console. So you get a little bit more space versus the 825 gigs on the PS5. They're both SSDs, so they're gonna be a lot faster than what you're used to. Both can run up to 8K, both 120, both 4K Blu-rays. Not much craziness with you know, the specs. I think Xbox takes a little bit higher of an advantage on that just because they have a better graphics card also and a little bit better storage. So I don't really think that really affected my decision too much, but to some people,
No,
the little
it's pretty
details,
much the same.
yeah. Um, so it wouldn't really sway me anyway. That's what I kind of went into it too, just thinking. I think a big thing though is what sways me are the games. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, what are the
So
exclusives for which console? You know, those are always a selling point
yeah,
every
exactly.
time they release.
And like that's the banger, man. Like so going what's the first thing I say to you, Xbox, you say to me, what game?
Halo,
Halo, yeah.
Halo,
Anybody that plays
right off the gate.
Xbox, they love Halo. So
Yep.
when you're getting an Xbox, you know that's what you're getting. So that draws people and so we got Halo that's exclusive on the Xbox. We got Sea of Thieves, Gears of War, and Ori is another one that I throw in there. That like what speaks to you there? What draws you?
Halo,
Halo, and then
100% Halo,
see,
Halo, and then Sea of Thieves.
yeah, and then like there's also what's that little ants one that like everyone's shrunk. I forget the name
Oh,
of
like
it.
the Honey I Shrunk the Kids game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
uh, oof, can't remember it.
you know, this is obviously, hey, listen, man,
It, it ain't that
it's
important.
obviously not a selling point because you know you
Yeah,
can't remember the name.
yeah. So, and then for exclusive games for PlayStation, we have God of War, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted, Last of Us. There's more and more. In my opinion, I think PlayStation has some of the most amazing storytelling exclusives, but may
Yeah,
not
I would
be.
agree with that. But better exclusive game, I don't know. I've played Last of Us. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Is it the main reason I would buy the PS5? You know, probably not. Ratchet and Clank played it. It's not for me. Not my demo. You know,
Yeah,
to sell to. And then God of War, never played.
dang.
Truthfully, never. I hear it's amazing, and I never tried it out.
You're gonna have to talk to
Um,
Mike
is
because Mike's
he
playing it right now.
big God of War?
Oh yeah,
Gotcha. I I've seen it. You know, I see the trailer and I'm always like, oh, that looks really cool. And then I never try it. Never even think about it afterwards.
yeah. It's you'll have to talk to him. He'll sell you on it, dude. I mean, that's my backup assistant. He'll come to your house. He'll come back to your door tomorrow to try to get
I
you
know
sold.
the exclusive I know got you and Alex and Michael was Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you guys were like really hyped, like you had to get the PS5 and play the new Spider-Man.
Hmm.
So I guess when you think about it, that was the game that swayed you to buying the PS5.
Definitely. That
Yeah.
was. I mean, when I played Spider-Man PS4, that was something that took over my life. I sometimes when I see a game, I'm like, this is my game of the year. Don't you take this moment away from me. I'm gonna lock
Yeah.
myself in my room. Don't talk to me. Like that was
I mean,
Spider-Man
I
for
remember you
sure.
didn't talk to any of us until you got done with that game.
Oh yeah, because I
You
was
you were
like,
basically you were basically like just in your own little world, man.
yeah, no,
Locked your room. You getting DoorDash, leaving it at the door, and just like playing constantly.
Right? No, it's amazing, man. And like when you get those kind of games, like I said before, it's like it's something. It's something different, man, and it hits
Yeah,
the when those kind of games hit, and that's personally for me is like when PlayStation games hit, like that's what sells me, man. I'm gonna stay with PlayStation. That's what I said when I saw PS5. I
yeah.
was,
I
yeah.
remember my whole thing was Halo.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't have either yet, but it's mostly off of which one do I know I'll be able to play with my friends mostly.
Yeah,
And I think that will be PS5, and I'll probably end up with that. But I'd be a liar if I said I didn't really want to get the Xbox just to play Halo.
yeah,
Like that's pretty much my selling point is like I can't wait for that game, you know?
for sure. Okay,
That's my Spider-Man, pretty much.
nice. Okay, I didn't sway. It just looks like I didn't sway you with my PlayStation exclusives there.
I mean,
My
the
PlayStation rep's
exclusives for
gonna not gonna lie.
PlayStation, it's like I played Uncharted. Honestly, I was bored every time I played it. It's like it wasn't that it wasn't good or it was a bad game. I think it was actually a very well done game. It was just boring for me personally to play it.
Yeah,
Same with um I'm blanking on the name
Spider-Man
Ratchet and
stuff.
Clank. Ratchet and Clank. I played that too. I was like, this is boring. It's not for me.
It kind of.
Spider-Man, I've seen it. I've seen the gameplay. I've seen you guys play it. And besides like having super dope suits, I'm bored with that one too, to be honest with you. But
I
that's just
think.
me, you know. So I'm not everybody, you know. This game sold
Uh,
millions of copies for a reason,
yeah,
you know.
I think you're more of a multiplayer gamer, personally.
Yeah,
Like
I'm a multiplayer gamer. I'm a shooter, you know.
a
I like
shooter,
playing games where I can shoot.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, you gotta know your genre for sure to
Yeah,
keep interest.
I mean
So,
the story game. I don't remember if you've played it or not, but the Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
oh
That
no,
like I remember that came out, and our friend Aldo he got it for PS5, and he was just telling me how great the graphics and everything were compared to my version, which was PS4.
yeah,
And I remember like playing. I have like over 200 hours in that game, you know,
hmm,
constantly playing it, and that's the type of story game that I was attracted to, you know, compared to a Spider-Man.
yeah,
Because I
for
remember
sure.
it was about the same time we were both playing. You were playing Spider-Man, I was playing Valhalla. So
Yeah, I was playing Miles Morales.
yep,
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about what kind of games launched when the console came out. So on the PlayStation side, we had Godfall, which I'd be surprised who knows about that game now because it kind of the hype was real and it just
died.
yeah. So then next we have Miles Morales, which was also on PlayStation, and then Sackboy, which was also on PlayStation. And then along with those we have Astro's Playroom, Demon Souls, and Destruction All Stars. A lot of people that I met in the PS5 line were there for Demon Souls. So people there's a big following for it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So, in Astro's Playroom, that game was free, but it was like a tech demo game, but it felt like a real game. If anybody does have a PlayStation 5, I do suggest playing that because it's really fun. It's like a Mario kind of platformer.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, on that note, let's switch over to some Xbox titles that were able to and that they had on launch. So, Forza Horizon 5, that's something that Xbox loves is the Forza series. They had Gears
it's
5.
the racing game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big racer guy. I don't think I've played one. Do you know
I've
what it's
played it.
like?
It's a they're very well done games.
Oh yeah, it's like
Yeah,
very realistic. People
yeah, 100%.
sometimes people get into those like car steering wheel sets and like that's how they'll
Yeah,
play those games. Another one, Gears 5, there's a big following for that. Personally, not me, but Gears 5
yep.
is out there. Gears Tactics, The Falconeer, which I've never heard of, and Tetris Effect, your favorite game.
I'm pretty freaking good at Tetris, to be honest with you.
Oh,
So
I thought you were gonna be like, I've never played Tetris.
no,
That's so simple.
I used to play Tetris on road trips with a Game Boy, dude.
Oh yeah?
Killing it. Yeah,
Okay. You just
very
saying
good
that
at
because
Tetris.
Xbox is already swaying you, so you're like, all right, I have Tetris
No,
on one side.
honestly, The only game beside I played Tetris, but like I said on a Game Boy, the only game out of all of those that I've played was Forza,
Hmm.
and other than that, the other games don't interest me much. So
See,
PS5
that's
is swaying me more.
yeah, that's the thing too, is like the choices for titles on launch were not
They
there, you
weren't. They're
know?
not great,
No,
honestly.
you don't have a lot of options, and that's what a lot of people say with not getting a PS5 or Xbox Series X is like, what can you play? But that's good part is you can have backwards compatible games, but sometimes they
Yeah,
don't have the performance upgrade.
I mean, like the PS5 titles. Like, yes, I'm not a huge Ratchet or Uncharted, but like I could easily like the Spider-Man game wasn't like I'm not like oh my god hyped for it, but
Hmm.
like I'll play it and
Yeah.
I'll put in the time to beat it. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's like the other games for Xbox on launch day, I wouldn't put any time into any of those. To be honest with you, so
Yeah. I'm not gonna buy an Xbox for Tetris Effect. Sorry, but and
no,
yeah, and
play
most of those
Tetris on like the
games
computer.
play some
You don't really need it. You don't
play
need
some
to buy
Minesweeper
it
while
for
you're at it.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that game.
So yeah, the launch titles were not something crazy. I mean, I did get my PS5 for Miles Morales. That's what I bought those at the same time. But
When you
other than
got
that,
the PlayStation, was it the Spider-Man one? Like
no.
the I think it's like red with Spider-Man on it.
Oh, that's a PS4.
Oh, it's the
So
PS4. Okay.
yeah, there are some edits, some awesome looking edits for PS5s that have like you know, Miles Morales wrap on it, which dope. But I
I
wouldn't
mean,
pick
the
that up.
one game that's not out of the off the list that you've talked about, but
Yeah.
I don't. It wasn't a launch, but it was like probably the most hyped game of the year was Cyberpunk. I remember that was like everyone's like, you didn't matter if you had PlayStation or Xbox, that was the game to buy and play.
Yeah.
And man, did that game crash and burn.
I
And
actually
like,
saw something today that said it's $10 on Xbox One and PS4 stores now.
yeah, and they've tried to fix it, and that game still died.
Hmm.
The patches weren't enough, and I think they sold you on a game that was more than what it really was. They're like, oh,
Oh,
it's endless. You can have so many options. But realistically, it was like, there's one path, there's a couple of options, but
oh,
that game's going to end pretty quick. I think they said like the game itself was like a 45, 50 hours playthrough of the story, but it
yeah.
could last like 200.
We
But
don't have
people were
to
beating it in like 20 hours. So,
we don't have to sugarcoat it. They straight up lied to us. So,
oh, yeah, that game.
yeah, yeah.
The worst part about it, good old
Uh-huh.
Keanu Reeves put his face on that game, man.
The only
It's
good
probably
thing.
yeah, it's probably the worst thing he's done career wise in the last like 8 years.
Yeah. Let's see. Another point, and this is the last point I have for the consoles, is what's going to sell you is it PS Plus versus Xbox Game Pass. So PS Plus, is your monthly subscription or your annual subscription you pay to PlayStation to chat with your friends, and then you get some exclusive games with it. They give you about 3 free games every month, and you have to download that month. Xbox Game Pass is a subscription you can buy, which is essentially Netflix, but for video games. And they add new video games on there every so often. And so, actually, I believe most of those games I said earlier, with Ori, Sea of Thieves, and I think Halo, is actually going to be on Game Pass.
It's
So,
basically like a long term rental, pretty much.
exactly.
Yeah,
So that's another selling point with Xbox is like they have all these games at your hand, and you've paid $120 for the year to have all
yeah,
those games on you. Chris, how much money does 2 games cost?
120.
You're dang right, bro. 2 games for a
Failed
year.
math in high school, everybody, and I got that first try.
Yeah, look who's
No,
laughing
yeah,
now.
yeah. Still can't do algebra. Besides the point. No, yeah, the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, we're just gonna sidetrack that. No, PlayStation Plus and Game Pass. I know a lot about the Game Pass already.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's really cool. The only issue I have with Game Pass is you don't own it. You know what I mean? You don't own the game. To me, that's the only like kind of bummer about it.
Mm,
With PlayStation, you get the PS Plus, you get free games, but like, you know what I mean? Every game you buy, it's yours. You know, you're not having to give it back. You don't pay for your Game Pass for a month. You know, you lose it. You know what I mean? You can't play it anymore. It's the only downfall, really. Other than
yeah,
that, it's pretty, pretty great.
for real. It's amazing to be honest. Like I know PlayStation is shooting themselves in the foot for something like this, but I think they're coming off a high horse from the PS4 because they know they killed it in the PS4. And like,
I mean, you can argue that they make more money off of the way they do it right now than
yeah,
Game Pass when you really think about it. Because PlayStation, let's be honest here, PlayStation's whole thing is money. You know, everybody's whole thing is money, but
everything's yeah.
theirs makes them more money. I would argue than Game Pass does.
Just because, well, all right, here's the thing, is that PlayStation killed it last generation because I mean the Xbox didn't have the right focus.
Yeah,
So I remember Xbox came out and they're like, we making an entertainment console, not just video games, movies, shows, everything. And that's not what people wanted. They wanted games for an Xbox. And
yep,
PlayStation was like, yeah, we're coming out. We're gonna let you share your games. We're gonna let you do all this. There was a big old slap across the face. So then Xbox learn from that, and they have to take a lot of steps to fix that. They're not going to gain the following back. But, I mean, it looks like they are taking major steps to fix those things. And
yeah,
I'd say so. I mean, PS Plus is great too. I love it. But Xbox is taking some major strides. Like
without
they're
a doubt.
going full force. Chris, I have a write-in to the show uh,
Okay,
of someone that you know.
okay,
It's Michael Huff.
all right,
He may be laying in bed right now thinking about PlayStations and Xboxes like a good GameSide chat crew member.
yep.
So he just want to write in, yo, you guys are killing it. Can I say that PlayStation is better than Xbox because I love the controller. It's my favorite controller, and I'm a sucker for Spider-Man. However, I do think Xbox has been making better moves, and I think Phil Spencer is the bee's knees, his legs. What? And his
Okay.
arms. Oh, he has bee's knees on his legs and his arms. Game Pass is best deal in gaming, but so far, as of today, PlayStation has the best games, and until Halo comes out and some other better games, PlayStation. And Xbox Quick Resume is awesome. I wish PlayStation had it. So I think he's kind of swaying towards PlayStation. Is that what it
I mean,
sounds like?
I'm swayed the PlayStation. The best part of having friends who have the Xbox also is I can play Halo whenever I feel like it. I
And
just
you're right.
call you up. I can go play Halo. The
Now,
PlayStation is what's I'm sold on the PlayStation. I'm gonna
yeah.
play Halo either way.
Hmm.
But the only point I have to Michael is PlayStation controller sucks compared to the
No,
Xbox.
wait, the
The Xbox
PS5?
controller, yeah,
Whoa.
100%. The Xbox
Whoa.
controller in the old series and the new series is
Yeah.
still better than PlayStation's.
That's a debate right there. They're gonna come
It's a
back next
hot
week and
take.
yell at
It's a
you.
hot take right
That's a
there,
hot
dude.
take because
Hot
have
take.
you played a game where you
I've
feel the
used both.
adaptive the
I've used
controllers,
both.
the
Yeah, I've
PS5
used both
controller?
on the old gens and the new gens. I've used both. Xbox is better, hands down.
Oh man.
Perfect. The perfect example. You know how we play Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
And I've used them on both controllers.
Hmm.
I will get like perfect aim with the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Wherever I point, it shoots. PlayStation, it's like I point right, it'll lean a little to the left, and it won't hit accurately. Even the way the controller is built, the way the buttons are, the spacing, all that, it's perfect. It's a perfect controller.
Yeah. Man, that's a debate for another episode.
Yeah,
We're
hot
we're
take,
getting
dude.
we're getting towards the end of the episode. I have to switch out with my sister and take the dog back. But as the salesman at your door talking to you for about 35 minutes or so about Xbox or PlayStation, where do you stand at, sir? Give me your money and choose one of these consoles in my hand.
Okay, red pill, blue pill
Red pill, blue
situation.
pill,
We're
Xbox or PlayStation?
matrixing it right now.
Yeah,
I'm going PlayStation.
you're going PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I'm
Lock
going
it in.
PlayStation. Locked in. Side quest. I'll go to a friend's house to play Halo.
Yeah.
But yeah, PlayStation locked in 100%.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. Are you able to play Xbox controller on a PlayStation?
No,
Because if you can do that, that makes it 10 times more perfect.
no, they wouldn't allow that. That's that would just help the competition.
True.
So I'm gonna go a little controversy right here.
Okay.
This is so torn. I'm so torn because I have both, but
Just say it. You want to say Xbox? Say it.
I
Say
really
it.
want to say
Game
it. But
Pass sold you.
no, I'm not gonna say it's controversy because now I'm going back. No, I mean Xbox is really selling, and the Game Pass really sells me. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic deal.
Such a smart move.
I'm playing Hades for free right now. That's
Yeah.
literally amazing. And Sea of Thieves with Alex. It's the best. So let's. All
I
right.
had a joke about Sea of Thieves,
Okay.
but I'm not
We
gonna say
don't you say it.
it.
I know
I
what you're gonna
won't say
say.
it. I won't say it.
So
Yeah.
I think we'd be in a different spot if Halo was there on launch. If it was there on launch, I think
If
Xbox would have
Halo
been
was on launch,
they would have
Xbox would
taken it
be, yeah, 100%.
amazingly.
But
But
they
it wasn't.
COVID ruined it. I guarantee that game probably would have been
Yeah.
close to launch, if not on launch. But COVID pushed a lot of things back, and
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go PlayStation. I love their exclusives. I can't live without the Spider-Man game. And same with Last of Us, stuff like that. So
Yeah, the second one had a terrible ending, but that's besides the point.
I agree with all the Game Pass moves. I think those are amazing and it's a
Yeah,
revolutionary
super
move
smart.
in gaming. They're
I mean, they were the
they're
first to do crossplay too, if I'm not mistaken. They started doing it before PlayStation. PlayStation only started doing crossplay because so many people on Xbox were doing it, and we're like, everyone on PlayStation was kind of just like, why aren't we able to also?
yeah. We'll
They
see what
they've
kind
done
of
a lot of revolutionary things recently.
yeah.
They're catching up.
There's see. Yeah. Once Halo comes out, there's gonna be a problem. There's gonna
Yeah,
be a problem. So on that note, I've sold 2 PlayStation 5s just tonight.
you're like a nerd from Best Buy.
The Geek Squad, bro.
Yeah, Geek Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah,
yeah. So I don't know how I found those 2 PS5s, but I just probably made $2,000 right there.
yeah.
So, well, thank you for joining me today, Chris. I'm glad we could finally get you on the
Yes.
show. Next episode,
Yep.
we're gonna talk about ranking Star Wars movies, like we said before, making a bracket,
Yep.
and it's gonna be
We all
amazing.
know
Oh,
what's gonna win. No,
we all know,
we all
or
know.
do we? Or do we not?
We
Are we
do.
gonna be
We do.
surprised? Last time Michael said that, he lost out. Ooh, to Wii Sports on a bracket we had.
Listen. Post it on Insta. Tell everyone to write in the comment what their favorite is. I'm
Hmm.
telling you right now, come episode time, we
Don't
all know
spoil it.
what's gonna win.
Don't
We
spoil it.
all know. We
So
all know.
join us next week for that. Thank you for coming. Leave in the comments
Yep.
what you think is the winner of this gen and
Yep.
which one
Like
you
and
would pick.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
Until next time, GameSide
Stay
out.
easy.